Alright, welcome back to TEW 2020, the brand split from day one. We are here with the next edition of SmackDown Live. We are on the road to the Great American Bash, 4 more SmackDown shows, and then we got the Gab. Yep, that's the name of it. We're bringing back the Great American Bash, one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. Pay-per-view names, I should say. I don't actually remember the quality of them being great. They weren't bad, but, nothing to write home about. That was harsh. They are much better than the pay-per-views now in WWE, so there's that. And I'm bringing it back, and I also love the Edition pay-per-view where it was just called The Bash. It was so stupid of a name that I loved it. And that is what we're building to. I'm going to try something a little different with recording. From now on, I'm going to see how this goes. Hopefully this goes well. I'm going to take my time on the weekends to record all the episodes I need and then just upload them. It'll make no sense for you, but I'm recording all of the episodes today, which would be this episode and the next episode, editing them and then uploading them throughout the week, so I won't have to be in a scramble to upload videos to try and fit this schedule I'm trying to get accustomed to. So, this is, I don't even know why I'm telling you guys this. This has no effect on your viewing of the video. It literally has no effect. So, yeah, we got some shit pre-booked tonight. We have the tag match. We have 2 tag matches pre-booked. One of them is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions, between the Dudley Boyz and Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura. Who's going to win the tag titles? We'll find out. The other tag match is Banks and Bayley taking on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Bella. That's happening. And our main event is already set. We will see Dean Ambrose take on Karl Anderson in the main event in Dean's kind of quest to take all of the men out, all of the club out before the Great American Bash. And there's only 2 of them to get through, and he's already taken one out. So this is going to be a very short build. There's more to the build, but that's all for now that I need to say. So let's get into it. So we open this edition of SmackDown Live inside of Daniel Bryan's office, where we get AJ Styles trying to apprehend Dean Ambrose, trying to get Daniel to do something about what Dean Ambrose did last week. And Daniel said, normally, I'd agree with you. Normally, I would, punish the person that's going out and taking out some guys. But here's the problem, AJ. You've been doing that for a few months now, and I think it's kind of a taste your own medicine. So no, AJ, I will not be doing anything about Dean Ambrose taking out Luke Gallows. I will not be doing anything involving the main event, because simply, you've done this to other people and no one has stopped you. So it's time for you to pay that up. We then get into our opening match between Apollo Crews and Bo Dallas. Goes about 5 minutes, just a little showcase for Apollo Crews. We don't really know the status of the, little friendship that went on between Apollo Crews and Kalisto. Last time we saw them was 2 weeks ago, where Kalisto told Apollo he doesn't want his help with Baron Corbin. And Kalisto, after Apollo Crews' match, he comes on the Titantron and makes an announcement that he is done with this battle with Baron Corbin, and next week he will take the fight to Baron Corbin. We will finally see the resolution between the Kalisto and Baron Corbin feud, as Kalisto will take on Baron Corbin next week. And that interrupts Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews is not happy about that. He is not happy that his match is getting overshadowed by Kalisto's announcement of the match between him and Baron Corbin next week. We go to commercial, and when we return, we have Zack Ryder backstage in his Long Island home. He says, I apologize to the fans for not being here tonight. And he says, I'm also training, Rusev ain't got nothing on me. Rusev's only half the wrestler that the Long Island IZ is, and he'll always be half the wrestler the Long Island IZ will ever be. Fans just go ape shit. This is just a Zack Ryder kind of promo to keep the feud going while Rusev's off screen for a little bit. it's because he got injured on a house show and he can only work angles, so I have to do this weird fucking feud. So, yay. Following Zack Ryder's continuation of the feud, we see Charlotte Flair on her... It's not really a return, but it's her first appearance since losing the women's championship to Sasha Banks, and she takes out a lot of frustration here on Alicia Fox. It is about 2 minutes, 50 seconds, all Charlotte Flair. Alicia Fox barely gets any offense, maybe a punch or two. Nothing for Alicia Fox in this match, and Charlotte makes her tap out with the figure 8. And after the match, she's cutting this promo. She's like, I'm coming for that title, Banks. I don't know what you're doing with Nikki Bella and Alexa Bliss and Bayley and Paige and everyone else down there, but just note that I will be there to reclaim my gold. This causes Becky Lynch to appear, and she says, Charlotte, no. I'm tired of being pushed by the wayside. I'm tired of being called the weakest link of the 4 horsewomen. If you want your title rematch, it's going to come at a price. And that price is it's not going to turn out well for you. Because I'm tired of being held down by you and Dana and everyone trying to pull politics backstage. Because if you try to fight Sasha Banks for that rematch, I'm making sure she's winning that match. So if you want your path to the championship, you're going to have to go through me. Again, I don't know what is going on with my brain today, dude. It's fucking fried. These promos are going to be shit. I don't think I'm going to cut any more promos. All my promos from now on today are just going to be, this is what happened in this segment, dude. These promos are coming out like ass. We then get Abyss returning to the black screen where he was seen formerly as the Heavy from TF2. It's that room, but we can actually see Abyss. And Abyss recaps his debut. It shows videos from the Black Hole Slam being hit on Ty Dillinger. And he says, Ty was just a casualty. There is more to come for the monster. I almost cut a promo right there. And it would have turned out horribly. We then are brought back to the ring to see the first of 2 tag matches here tonight. And in this one, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Bella managed to upset the women's champion and her partner Bayley after Alexa Bliss used underhanded tactics to pin Bayley. What I like to imagine is when Alexa and Bayley were the legal women, Nikki Bella was outside grabbing a chair, which distracted the referee, causing Alexa Bliss to hit Nikki with her own chair and picking up the victory as Sasha Banks was then taken out, or Nikki Bella prevented Sasha Banks from breaking up the pin. And Paige was not happy about this. Yes, she was taken out last week and she was not ready to compete this week, but she is ready to fight. She doesn't care about her injuries. She's running down. She evens the odds. I guess, not really evens the odds, but gives the heels a little bit of comeuppance, makes them run away, and Paige grabs a microphone and challenges Nikki Bella next week. In a match next week. Oh, I gotta do pre-bookings I haven't been doing. Oh, well. Fuck it. Following that is a short little backstage segment where AJ Styles is just told by Kane. Kane comes back and he says, AJ, you're not getting anywhere near that ring for the main event. And then AJ gets the locker door closed on him. Kane is in that locker room with him. No, he is not leaving that fucking room. And before we can get into our main event, we are greeted by... Never mind, I forgot this match was next. I am fucking all over... I don't know what is wrong with me today, guys. I'm sorry. So we have the tag team match to determine the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and it is an absolute classic. Goes almost 16 minutes. Both teams not willing to give an inch, back and forth, and the Dudley Boyz defeat Finn Balor after illegally using the ropes for leverage and also illegally using an item. After that first tag match, we were like, fuck, we had one tag match ruined. Hopefully the next tag match won't get ruined. Shit. Both of them were ruined, and the Dudley Boyz cheat their way to become the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And Daniel Bryan was seen watching this video backstage on the TV, and he is just disgusted with the actions of the Dudley Boyz. He's sitting there thinking, they were overlooked, and then I give them an opportunity, and they cheat to win. He is pissed. He is not happy with them. He is going to do something about this next week. And now to the segment I was referring to. Before we get into the main event, we have Brock Lesnar's manager, I don't know what he is, executive? Lesnar's the client. I guess it's his agent. We have Brock Lesnar's agent, Paul Heyman, recap the events of last week after Brock Lesnar took out Sami Zayn, laid him out with a few Germans in an F5 before Sami could even react. Some people in the comments were like, oh, I wish Sami wouldn't have just got squashed. He wasn't squashed. He was blindsided by Brock Lesnar. He was absolutely blindsided by Brock. If it was a one-on-one, if they knew that they were coming head-to-head, Sami probably would have had a chance to fight back, but Brock was just too quick for him. And Paul Heyman says that he's not just here to gloat over Sami Zayn's, demise. He's here to announce the actions of Brock Lesnar have a purpose, and that purpose will be discussed next week. We then get into our main event, and it goes 18 minutes because Karl Anderson, yes, he uses underhanded tactics to win all the time, but that's just the club. And when the club don't have underhanded tactics, they do know how to fight. They may use underhanded tactics to win, but for the bulk of their matches, they fight. And Karl Anderson tries and tries to fight, but he is outmatched by the WWE Champion, Dean Ambrose. Karl Anderson can't do much in defense of most of Dean Ambrose's offense. Karl Anderson, yes, he does get a few bits of offense, but once Dean Ambrose gets the higher ground or the leverage on Karl Anderson, there's nothing Karl can do. He is just outmatched by Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose hits the dirty deeds for the pinfall victory. Following the match, AJ Styles does somehow manage to get away from Kane. He runs. He's running. Run into the ring. He runs out from the backstage. He's going to try to get any offense on Dean Ambrose he can. He gets to the stage. The fire comes out from the sides, scares the shit out of him. He falls on his ass. Kane comes from behind. AJ retreats through the crowd. Kane goes into the ring, begins to celebrate with Dean Ambrose. And before SmackDown can go off the air, Kane puts his hand on Dean Ambrose's title belt, looks at it, looks at him, and then walks off. Kane makes his intentions clear. He's not just here to be a good guy. He is here because he wants gold. And that's how we end SmackDown Live. Wow, 85. 85, that's a lot better than I thought this show was going to do. I really wish this could have been such a great SmackDown show. I don't know what was wrong with me today. There's going to be so much I have to cut out because I just had to stop and think about what I was going to say. I know my promos aren't usually the best, but today they were excruciatingly bad, and I could see it. And that's frustrating. That's really frustrating. But sometimes they're just going to happen like this. I don't know how am I fuck. See? I don't see what I mean? I can't even, usually I can form sentences or, stutter once and then go, but I've been stuttering, and then I'll fix myself and then stutter again. Dude, I gotta fucking fix my whatever. Fuck. Alright, I don't have the Cruiserweight Classic matches ready, but they're going to be on the screen now. There they are. If you're interested in those matches, too bad you don't get to watch them, but they're happening. They're going to be in the Cruiserweight Classic episode, but you can't watch them in real life. Maybe they fought. I don't know. I hope to see you there, and if you don't enjoy the Cruiserweight Classic, which I can understand, hope to see you for Monday Night Raw.